Hello everybody, in this video review I'm going to share with you my opinion about the game BONELAB. It's a very highly anticipated, it's kind of a combination of action, adventure, shooter and puzzles. And it started amazing. I mean, when I first started the game, wow, this is going to be something insane. But for some reason, from that point on, after you finish the first part and get to the lab, things kind of becoming, well, less exciting. So what looks like it started like a fantasy, what looks like very atmospheric and maybe really cool story, then turned out to be something that, well, again, as expected, more sandboxy, simple, not challenging, with some nice puzzles in there, but maybe as expected. But the thing is that even then, I was really hooked playing this game and I really stay inside VR for many hours because the game is fun. But there are issues that should be mentioned. My first issue with the game is that it wasn't that clear when I start with the amazing, beginning of the game and then getting into this lab. When I thought, well, actually I thought that this is just the end and then going to be some sandboxy places and that's about it. I didn't even know that they're going to be continuing to the story. And basically you need to do several things, mini games, in order to open up more parts and then where the game really starts, basically. But I didn't know that, so it was a bit confusing the way the game was designed. So basically in that open space you have different activities that you can do, and like, a shooting range, and you protect yourself against an attack of zombies, and other type of kind of a sandboxy mini games, which are fun and get you familiar with the mechanics of the game. So overall, yeah, I mean, this is something that also give the game replay value, so you can always come back after you finish the main campaign and just go and continue doing other things. Although I'm not going to spoil this, something after you finish the game as well, but I'm going to leave it to you to discover that. Now, first of all, let's talk about the options in the game. First of all, you have the option to adjust the graphics. Lots of different options. I played it on the 3070 Ti on a laptop on the highest graphics setting on Ultra, and it ran smooth, super smooth. So I have no problem. Everything was, at the highest setting. Although I switched between here and there just to check out. The game still looks really nice on low graphic settings, but of course it really shines when it comes to Ultra. But I have issues where many of the areas just felt looking a bit foggy. So this led to a relatively low contrast scene that even after that, when I watch the videos that I play, it looks kind of a grayish, and this is something that I didn't like. Alright, first of all, let's talk about the sandbox. The sandbox in this game is amazing. You're able to spawn enemies, choose different weapons, and just get crazy doing stuff. This part is always fun, and I really enjoy doing it in VR, even in non-VR games, and this is a no-brainer. Fantastic, sandbox environment that allows you to really get crazy. Stay here. NPC. Rifle M16. Hello boys! Meet the Devastator! Oh, you can actually do this too. And how do you get loose? Oh! Containers! Why not go crazy with the containers? Oh, I'm stuck. Oh, they're dying of monitors. Yeah, there's no doubt the sandbox part of the game is absolutely a blast. And imagine with different modes and other features added to the game, well, this is never-ending fun. Now, shooting in the game is a lot of fun. The sound effects are great, the weapons, the handling was great. Everything about the shooting I really like. Sit down. Just keep in mind that you might want to make some adjustment to the size of the waist, the belt or your body, in order to make it more easier to actually take out magazines with your hand and put it quickly in the weapon. So play with it if you don't feel that it's very intuitive for you, so make some adjustment in the setting. Now, BONELAB is a physics-based game, and when it comes to even climbing, especially when you change avatars, you're gonna see that there are many issues. This is one of the things that I actually, it didn't ruin the experience, but it really impaired the experience for me. So many things feel just bumpy, glitchy, and floaty. And some of them, I can understand because of the technology. Like when you fight with melee weapons, it feels a bit, kind of rubbery and stuff. And sometimes you can't really climb properly because your hands are kind of mixing. And when you shoot with the weapon, sometimes it collides with your shoulder, so it really kind of screw your aim. And sometimes you can't really reload properly because either you change avatar, your hands are too big or small. But sometimes, because it's a physics-based game, you can always improvise. It's actually fun once you're stuck at some place and you're able to figure out how to use it with different tools that you have. Now, the positive side of this is the game feels very organic, so it doesn't feel like, something is really kind of a program and you have this hotspot where you can exactly, interact with things. It's really kind of, you have your freedom to do whatever you like, to some degree, of course, and it's just fun doing so. So it's kind of balanced in a way that it doesn't get to a point where I got super frustrated. So in some ways, it just feels like it balances itself in some way. But overall, there is place for further optimization when it comes to physics in the game, of your character physics and how it interacts with the environment. But again, at some point you're going to find yourself exhausted, and it's quite tiring because eventually you're actually putting effort with your own body trying to figure things out. And sometimes when you put your hands up, in a certain direction, move a lot, especially when standing, you're going to find it's tiring. And many times I actually found myself just sitting down instead of standing, which I actually prefer playing the game like that. So eventually just sit down because it was tiring for me. Speaking of which, you can play the game both seated and standing. Just make sure to change the height so it kind of fits properly, but both of them are viable in this game. Now, the game features a variety of levels that are different, different activities, which is fun because of the variety, but some of the levels just felt like, well, why? Why you have to design something like that? So yeah, if you play the game, you know what I mean. The moon level, for example, you are very slow due to the gravity, and the area is big, and I ask myself why you have to design a level like that. But I'm sure some people actually like it. In terms of visuals, it's actually quite interesting when you move from something, for example, from the racing to something like that. In terms of visual, it's interesting, but overall the gameplay experience for me was, well, I'm just happy that they finished it. Now, regarding variety, there are only few variety of enemies, no boss fights. It really felt like lacking in this aspect. Maybe I just wanted more, maybe I just wanted, just another Half-Life. But again, in that aspect, some probably will be disappointed because there's always a way to put more enemies, something unique and interesting. So as you progress, you're gonna enjoy not just a variety of the levels and puzzles and stuff, but also seeing different enemies. Now, as you progress the game, you're going to find an option to change to different avatars, each one with their own stats. Some of them can be, for example, very strong, so you can push a very, very heavy ball, for example, like in this situation, or you can be tall, depends on the avatar, you have different type of abilities. So this is kind of incorporated into the puzzle solving element, which is really nice. Now, you're also going to find different tools and different guns and weapons and tools, and the thing is that the variety is not huge, but the one that you will find is actually really fun to experiment with. So, for example, you find shotguns, assault rifle, pistols, no sniper rifle for some reason, maybe I missed it. Anyway, nice variety, and you're going to have fun. The reloading mechanics is also really fun, as I mentioned. So overall, it's really, really fun shooting in this game. Now, exploration in this game is really fun. It's actually worth it. We're going to find some collectibles that's actually items, like little balls you can open, and it allows you to spawn in the sandbox area, spawn them. So it's a kind of a really make it worthwhile searching for all the items, especially if you're a completionist. And also we're going to find some crates that have different weapons and ammo and all the stuff that can help you out in your journey. So as you can see, BONELAB is not without its flaws, but it didn't stop me from really enjoying it. So again, the core mechanics of the game is great. There's good replay value, especially with the mods. And I think extending on the game itself, because in its core it's actually a sandbox game, it can be something really exciting, and people will hope for some really great mods, either made by the community or made officially by the devs. So again, if you ask me, the game worth its asking price, but again, just be aware that it's not perfect, it has its flaws, well, like any other game. But in this case, in VR, it's very important, because some of the things in VR can lead to really bad experiences, because again, you are physically doing things with your body, not just typing with your keyboard and moving a mouse. So some of them might cause some issues to players. And also when it comes to comfort, again, this is marked as intense on Oculus Store, but there is a way to adjust the locomotion in the settings. And overall, again, just be aware of all that. So overall, for me, it wasn't a great experience, but it was a good experience, very good experience in VR. And I really enjoyed my time playing the game. And I'm going to continue playing, of course, trying different modes from that point on. But again, I'm just mentioning everything, so be aware of the issues that the game has. Might be an issue for you, for others might not be an issue at all. Depends, alright? For me, what I think it was problematic, I mentioned. But overall, I really enjoyed my time with this game. And that's it for this review. I hope you enjoyed this one. Consider maybe leaving a like and subscribe to my channel. And also keep in mind, if you're having some problems with some of the puzzles, I share some videos on my channel, so make sure to check them out just in case you're stuck. And I'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching, everybody. Have a great day.